So I want to do a quick video because that's all they deserve. The truthful lie is stating in a video that they're trying to, quote, protect the young lady that I've invited out to do fun stuff, okay? So let's get this straight. Now mind you, I've never showed up to her place of work without actually having to due to a health condition. I've never contacted her except to give her a card and a gift card to show my appreciation for how wonderful a person she was. Not to mention I gave a card to all of the nurses I had come into contact with and the emergency room doctor that treated me that day. So it wasn't like I gave her something that I didn't give other people, okay? Although I did give her a gift card because I wanted to show her, she's also the one that had the most contact with me and, in my opinion, took the best care of me. And furthermore, she also expressed an interest in things that I expressed an interest in, and we had a wonderful conversation regarding those things. So, yeah. The point is, the people that are claiming to be protecting this young woman from me are threatening to show up at her work, okay, threatening to talk to her when she clearly isn't going to be wanting to talk to any of you, okay? And these are the same people that have stalked me, that have vandalized my vehicle, that have harassed me for quite a while now, okay? And are continuing to harass me in an obvious attempt to get me to make videos similar to the videos that I made for my former friend from Argentina. But the difference is here, what people don't understand, I honestly don't know this young lady. All I know is that her and I have very many similarities. We probably have very many differences also. With the young lady from Argentina, I knew quite a bit about her. She and I shared many deep thoughts, many deep conversations, many deep interests. I thought that after, many years of having to basically capitulate in relationships and deal with liberals and all sorts of people like that, I had finally found a young lady that was a fascist, that actually understood what fascism was, that was more racially conscious than me, way more racially conscious than me, racially conscious to the point that she utterly hated people, okay, with raw hatred, by the way. Like, there's no taking it, like, she's way more racially conscious than I ever was. And by that, I don't mean racially conscious in the way that I usually mean racially conscious. She was that way. She believed in the scientific concepts and the biological origin of the human species and the different subgroupings of the human species. But to go further, she was truly nationalistic in her beliefs with that. True blood and soil ideology, okay? That's what I would say about that. So I had thought that I had truly found a woman in my former friend from Argentina that I could really love. And I genuinely did love her, okay? I didn't know whether she wanted to be my friend or more because she was never clear on that. What made me go crazy, as I have stated, is people were harassing me, threatening to murder me if I went to Argentina, and that's what got me to get my ticket to go to Argentina. That's what got me to act like a maniac, was the harassment, was the death threats, was the actual harassment in real life, okay? Were the threatening phone calls, the threatening emails, the threatening text messages, all of which the police know all about. All of which the police know who sent them, okay? That's a fact, okay? The police they don't know who, because I don't know who, but they have a pretty good idea of who sent somebody to slash my tire. And the police know it was slashed because they came out to investigate it, okay? It was definitely slashed. Okay? So that's a fact. Okay? Whether the tires had enough tread or not, the fact is it was slashed and confirmed by a police officer. Okay? So my point is that you people want me to behave in a similar way with this. Well, number one, this young lady was far more caring than my former friend from Argentina, who would always act distant. Now, I have friends that are more savvy online than I am, and they said she was setting me up from the beginning for disappointment, like it happened. I tend to believe them at this point because she would pretend to be distant, and her excuse was that she had, meaning my former friend from Argentina, would pretend to be distant, and her excuse for that was her autism. Okay? So, yeah, I mean, I was set up for disappointment. I was disarmed with feeling sorry for her and all this other crap. This young lady that I have an interest in being friends with, it's not the same situation. I haven't known her long enough to be in love with her. I haven't shared deep enough conversation to feel the same way about her. I do hope to share many deep conversations with her. I do hope to nurture a very productive friendship with her. I do hope to eventually become very good friends with her and to share my time and my thoughts and my, my words with her. And I hope she feels to do the same thing. As I said, I would actually, due to her high stress level, I would prefer that she speak to me and know that she can be herself with me and that she can tell me what she wants to tell me, and I won't get angry or I won't get upset or anything like that, because I know, having worked in mental health, I have a good idea what people that work in healthcare deal with. Although my healthcare was different than her healthcare, that type of healthcare intersects with the other a lot. Okay? Now, let me remind you once more, I have not threatened to show up at this woman's place of business. I have not contacted her. I have not threatened to contact her. This all comes from these people, the truthful lie. What I thought was funny is they claimed that they weren't Adonis. I don't think I ever claimed that they were Adonis. That could be a slip there, buddy. But I do think that it's Fat Ma'am. The reason I think it's Fat Ma'am is the insults and the direct attacks, the ad hominem attacks. They're exactly the kind of attacks that Fat Ma'am uses when he attacks me. And as I said, you people, you two gentlemen, you don't like being called gay. You have to stop acting like you're gay then. Okay, you have to move on from me. I can't reciprocate your feelings towards me. I'm not a homosexual. You need to seek out other homosexual men that can willingly give you the reciprocated emotional support that you need. In the meantime, whether my friend is imaginary or not, I would love to reciprocate. I would love to find somebody that I can reciprocate a friendship with. I have friends. My friends are old and worn out. I outlasted my friends. That's the problem I have with my friends. They can't do the stuff that I can do anymore. And I would like to have a friend that can do the stuff that I can do and would enjoy doing the stuff that I can do. And if she doesn't want to do that, she doesn't have to do that. We can just talk or whatever. But the point is, there's many benefits to friendship, and I hope, whether the woman's imaginary or not, that's up to you people to determine. I can't give that away. Could be just the best ruse I've ever played on you idiots. Could be. But the point is, I've never done anything out of the ordinary, and whenever I did do things out of the ordinary, it was due to people harassing me and threatening me, and the police know that. That's a fact.